Can you hand me the paper?
For the Italian derby, I'm glad to be here with the man. He's Harry Shannon. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's fantastic to be here on the stage. The two Milan clubs walking out. Good show of sportsmanship as well, Fiorita. But it's fantastic to have you here in person. You can feel the energy. The tension is palpable. Yeah. How excited are you?
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here. You know, being a fan of this game, I've been playing this game since I had some hair. So you can see, and being here with the best clubs in the world, well, this is amazing. And we will start, I think, with a very interesting match. We already seen who are the ones starting.
Yes, we can see here sat in the hot seats for FC Inter. It is Christopher, a very, very experienced player coming to lead the line for Inter. And on the AC side, we're seeing the man as well, potentially with the most experience on that side of the desk. It is Naples, Euro 2020 champion with Italy. He knows what it takes to get it done at the top level.
Yes, and as we said before, Milan is a city with a lot of football tradition. So for sure, if there is one match in the season that they want to win, would be this derby. I think this derby is as important, or at least almost as important as the whole season result. You know, because if you don't win the tournament, but you won the derby, well, you have something to hold on.
Exactly, that's exactly right. And if you're just joining us and missed the information video earlier, fun format this season. You've got 1 versus 1s. It's not a best of 3. It's each match counts for 3 points. If they draw, it's 1 point. And of course, a loss gets you nil point, no points on the board. So not only does the derby matter, each individual game within the match counts as well.
Yes, and also as this gives points, every point is important, because to get to the knockout stage, the table, the standings on the table would be who decides which team goes direct to the semifinals and which team has one match more. So every little match is not that your two teammates won, so it's okay. It's okay. No, it's not okay. All 3 matches are important here. Everything counts. Every goal counts. Every goal counts. So I think we are here for a treat, for some nice level of football. Having a new team in-house would be really interesting to see. I mean, I've seen Naples play, but I'm not so familiar with the other 2 teammates' style. And also, I would like to see Naples as a captain, as il capitano, come si parla in italiano, il capitano.
Do we have a translator in the studio?
Yeah.
I think I just about got it, but you're right. We're looking to Naples for AC to really step up, lead the line, and be that man to depend upon. You can see Christopher here on your screen. He's just doing some last-minute tweaking to his squad, making sure that everything is as he wants. A veteran. He's been around for a long time, the 33-year-old. He's known for his controlling style of play, so no doubt we're going to see a lot of possession, and that could frustrate Naples here.
Yes, and also for the newcomers to this kind of tournament, I think which is interesting for you to know is that every team has to abide of some regulations on how they build their squad. This is directly related to in-game points that they may have. So perhaps you say, okay, but this team has in the game better players than this other team. Well, but all of them have to have the same average points.
Rating.
So that would balance the game. Perhaps if you have some very strong starting lineup, you won't be able to have a very strong bench, and the other way around. Did I make myself more or less clear?
You absolutely did, and it's so fun with that kind of format, because you say, okay, well, do we put all of our chips into the starting 11, or do we maybe bank on some substitutes coming in, making the difference later on in the game, maybe past that 60-minute mark? Be interesting to see. I mean, which way would you go if you were up there on the stage?
Well, I'm more of a everything at once, so I think I would put my starting 11. All of my firepower there.
You're all in at that point.
And, you know, hope for the best. But I was talking, I cannot reveal which teams, but I was doing my homework, speaking with the captains, speaking with the players, and I found like two kind of strategies. One said, I have my best player at 100 points, and I know that on my bench I only have one usable player. Another say I prefer a balanced team between substitutes and lineup, first 11. Okay, so let's see what they're making. Some housekeeping.
Yeah, we are just moments away from kickoff here. The eFootball Championship Pro 2023 season. Moments away. Christopher versus Naples. Should be a very, very fun engagement indeed. We're seeing the different tactics here. I'm seeing Zlatan involved for Naples. I'm seeing an interesting formation, more of a 4-3-3. I wonder if Christopher will try and counter that potentially with bolstering the midfield here for Inter.
Well, let's see who is the best. You know, in Italy, Italy is well known for the catenaccio, this kind of cagey style of playing. But also in this game, there is plenty of room for good players, but you look, it's more forward formation. I think three in the forward. It's 4-3-3.
You see these minute tweaks these players are making up on the stage. So important to make sure your players are as tactically sound and doing exactly how you have trained with them in practice up here on the stage, because as you said before, you don't get these points back. One bite of the cherry this season. And
Inter seems like a bit more of a closer defense to the goalie, at least on the initial drawing, you know?
Absolutely. Well, the players on stage are ready. Kickoff moments away in the eFootball Championship Pro 2023 season. It is the Milan derby. You see Naples for AC taking on Christopher. It will be Naples attacking from left to right.
Yes, so on the starting minutes, it seems like AC Milan wants to make a good impression. But here it comes, it's Inter.
It's Christopher winning the ball far up the pitch here on that far side, but cleared away by Naples nicely indeed. And you feel like maybe Christopher's going to try and go for that early goal and then play that possession game that he is so well famed for here. But so far, Naples surviving a few early scares in the opening 5 minutes.
Yes, we always keep an eye on the starting play, because it's fun that there are a lot of goals starting from midfield. It wasn't the case in this game. We are getting near the first 10 in-game minutes, and now it's AC Milan.
Yeah, missed tackle there by Christopher, and the ball is swung in. Cleared away well, though. Maybe a chance for a counter here as well, as Christopher on that far side shielding the ball very well. But defensively, not only in the final third, but also in the middle of the pitch, Naples seems to be quite confident in terms of winning the ball back here. A good start in the opening 15 for the man known as Naples.
Not much place for fantasy, just one back heel by AC Milan. I must confess you, Harry, I like fantasy tricks.
A bit of flair. You're a flair player.
No, a bit not, a lot of flair. I'm from South America. I'm from Argentina, world champion.
You had to get that in, didn't you?
Of course.
Well, 15 minutes gone. I'm hoping we'll see a bit of flair throughout the competition. Of course, match day one here. Still plenty of eFootball to be played. And Naples, in his debut season here, is on the offensive back heel into Ibrahimovic first shots.
Nice.
And it is wide of the targets.
We were asking for flair. We were asking for fantasy. Here we come. Nice play, nice touching. Very fast passing balls. Very fast reaching for Ibrahimovic. And the first one that says, here I am, is AC Milan.
Well, first shot in anger then from Naples, as we see the winner of the eFootball Championship Open last year on the Xbox platform really start to put the pressure on here in this game.
Very interesting match between these two big teams. So we were asking, what can we expect from the new teams? Where you're seeing great football, great eFootball, great match, nice style. This is the Italian derby. This is the first match of this match day. If you just arrived, we are here for a treat.
We are, my friend. 20 minutes gone. And you can see Christopher and Naples still searching for the opener here. A long season ahead, of course. We still have 2 more games within this first match of this match day, but boy, you'd love to tee your teammates up with an early 3 points if you're on either side here.
And you may see the rest of the team looking. Each team doesn't know the order of the players that they're playing against. Each team picks who plays first, who's second, and who third.
Well, Zlatan almost threatening to get in behind there. And it's an interesting dynamic you bring up, Fiorita, because, as you said, all you can say is, OK, we want this player to go first, second, or third. You don't know what the other club is going to do, so you always have to play a little bit of a chess game there, as there's some defending to be done here by Naples.
And they played really secretly. I mean, we were asking beforehand, and all the teams say, I cannot tell you, I cannot tell you, I cannot tell you. And I understand the point, I mean, because it has a tactical component.
Not wanting to give anything away. Those are the margins we're dealing with here at this level of competition. Half an hour gone, though. It's about as cagey as we would have expected between Naples and Christopher. Neither player's play style really suited to going ultra offensive. However, you'd have to say Naples has been the closer of the two, with that Ibrahimovic shot around the 25-minute mark.
They are studying each other. I think they are measuring. As we said, these are 2 new teams on the competition. This was to be expected. But, you know, a draw is not very useful. So I think on the second half, we may see some more action.
Well, AC were trying to build through the middle, but it's won in that closely contested area by Christopher, given away shortly afterwards. Here's Ibrahimovic to Brahim Diaz. A real chance for Naples to maybe conjure something up, but good defensive work by Christopher, and maybe he can turn it into attack here as well with Correa on that far side. But this is what we're used to from Christopher, making sure he can beat his man without giving the ball away, and unfortunately an unforced error there. It's going to be a throw into Naples.
Yes, it's, as you said, a cagey match. It's very fought on the middle. I think whoever wins the middle maybe is in better position to win the match.
Çalhanoğlu trying to feed Lukaku, and you can see the strength there from the Inter forward. Christopher clearly knowing his personnel here, turns his man as well. That's a stunning cross in. Cleared away though, and with no minutes added on in the first half, it will be AC 0. Inter 0. An interesting affair there in the first 45.
Yes, I liked the last play, the last thing that Inter tried to do with some dribbling, some going out of the box thinking, because, you know, as both are playing so tactical game, so intense game, the only thing that can break the 0-0 is if someone goes out of the script. And I think that was what he was trying to do on the last play. I hope we see more of that on the second half.
Yeah, we did see some quick passing as well from Naples on the other side. So you see there are glimpses there in terms of both teams wanting to try and put the pressure on, but it has been cagey. We saw the stats,
yes.
Just the one shot so far from Ibrahimovic in that first half.
And
We're all hoping that will change in the second.
The goalkeepers didn't get into any action. I mean, it was everything was fought on the middle. Just, I think, one clear occasion for each, more or less. So this is what you may expect from a Milanese derby.
I have a question as we kick off the second half of game one here. Who do you think would be happier? I don't want to commentator curse this at all, but if this were to end in a draw, would Naples, the debutant, be happier, or do you think Christopher, knowing he set his teammates up for success, would he be happier?
I think that, in my case, I think that the Inter knows that this might be the most difficult game to win. So if you have Carmine, aka Naples, not being able to win his match, I think that would be a little bit more celebrated by Inter than by AC Milan.
Well, good build-up here by the man in question. It's Ibrahimovic! And AC score the first goal of the season. It is Naples on his debut. It is 1-0 to AC.
I don't want to say I was telling you, but I was telling you. I mean, they know that Carmine is an excellent player. Look at these touches. 1, 2, 3, 5 touches. He doesn't carry the ball for a single minute. Whoa, look. First touch, and Zlatan doesn't miss from that. And it's 1 for the Rossoneri, 0 for FC Inter.
Some sumptuous football played in the lead up to that goal. Our opener and the first of the season for Naples' debut. He may well go in search of a second here in the second half, but fans of eFootball Championship Pro will know Christopher's style of play, very possession-based, and if there was a goal to come from either side that might just set this contest alight, it would have had to have come from Naples, because we've seen in the past Christopher getting a goal, happy to play possession, happy to play defence.
And you know, when you play against a player who handles so well possession, the best thing you can do is playing one touch. And that's what Carmine Naples is doing, and I think he's doing it quite well. Now he's really at ease, doing passes in defense, but the speed on 3/4 of the pitch up, the speed he puts on his players may explain why he's winning 1-0.
And of course, we can't forget, as you said, with the team strength limit in this competition, we may well have some substitutes that can come on and make the difference for either side here, but for now it's Naples.
Opa!
Calabria on that far side has a chance to maybe whip one in. Here's Zlatan inside the box! 2-0!
Nice diagonals, nice fast passes. Once you make the first one, the other ones come. You know, he was able to cross defense lines very easily with that triangle button.
The Euro 2020 champion has hit the ground running here. 2 goals from Zlatan has now given them the cushion in game 1 of the Milan derby. Cool as a cucumber up there.
And Christopher can't believe it, you know, he's saying, no, not again, no Zlatan again. It's not easy to be able to challenge Zlatan in this game. Even when the stats are balanced, there are some things that define each player, like height, like speed. So it's nice to have a player like him, and Carmine really make great use of Zlatan Zlatan. And that explains why he's 2-0.
He's such a strong presence to have up front, and he may well be a player that any clubs going up against AC Milan have to keep tabs on and maybe counter-strategize against this season. But not seeing any substitutes here from Christopher. We did wonder whether or not he might have something up his sleeve in terms of a plan B, and we spoke about it last season a lot as well on air. You have to have that plan B, C, D to fall back on. Otherwise, when things like this happen, you're not really sure where to go.
Yes, you have to have a lot of game plans. You know, this is a long season, so you will be able to show different strategies, different tactics. But when you are losing 2-0 on the second half, things start to look a little bit harder. So I think that the next 10 minutes would be very interesting to see if we can go for the equalizer or if we can just aspire to keep the score as it is.
Well, the score as it is AC Milan 2, Inter 0. As you can see in the top left-hand side of your screen. Second goal of the season, there's your confirmation, Naples 17. Of course, the eFootball Championship Open Xbox winner last year as well, graduating now to the pros, has settled in very nicely here on the main stage, and Christopher, at the moment, doesn't seem to have any answers.
He didn't have any chance, just the one on the end of the first half, trying to go for the cross ball, but he hasn't showed much on the attack side. I think he must, you know, risk a little bit more.
.65 gone in game one. Naples with a 2-0 lead. What can Christopher do? Here is Haçan Çalhanoğlu on that far side. 1v1 against Calabria, and let me tell you, that is a difficult duel to win, and there are runners wheeling left and right here for Naples as he tries to extend his advantage. But with only 20 in the game to go, we're going to need to see something here from Christopher. And Lukaku is there! Saved by the goalkeeper and cleared away.
Very good play by Christopher, very good manual goalkeeping from Carmine. So sometimes when you say, why do you have manual goalkeeping for things like this? You know, having this kind of reaction, if you're playing in auto, that ball ends in a goal. So it was a nice surprise because he didn't do the obvious play, and that's why he almost scored. He was near. That's the way, I think.
It's interesting to see the contrast on the cameras right now. Christopher very much saying, hey, leave me to it.
But he still has his defense very, very close to the goalie.
Yeah, that's a very good spot. On the other side, though, you can see Naples considering his teammates, saying, hey, what do you guys think? How should I do this? Also consulting the referee, no doubt about team strength, staying within the limits up there. But it's very interesting, isn't it, Christopher? Very much a head down, push forward.
He's playing by himself. The other team seems a little bit more conversational.
Almost a battle by committee on the AC side. So just over 20 in-game minutes remain.
It's not much.
Not much at all, but stranger things have happened.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. That's true.
Look out for a potential long throw here from Inter. You can see the battle of the markers there in the box as these cursors switch left and right. Instead, it's short. Damian now on this near side. Martinez dispossessed really well. Strong challenge and a throw in the final third.
You know, that kind of challenges are so important, because if you miss that ball, you are for a header coming into a goal. But also it's important to do it without making foul. A red card at this stage would be lethal.
Christopher in possession, but dispossessed again. It is the twice goal scorer on a hat-trick, Zlatan, who comes away with the ball. And Naples is looking to build here. Brahim Diaz. Çalhanoğlu back on defensive duty, not where you need him on the pitch. Dzeko, though, for Christopher, trying to feed Martinez. Lukaku's there as well. There's a chance here again to find Martinez. Crossed in towards him, but cleared away nicely. And time is working against Christopher at this moment in time.
Yeah, and we said that having Zlatan is important, having Lautaro Martinez is also very important.
10 in-game minutes to go. A dream start on the cards here for Naples, unless Christopher can play spoiler. Lukaku with the strike.
What a great goalkeeping for AC Milan. Two balls, very, very dangerous. Two very, very spicy balls cleared by the goalie. I think it's a high point on Carmine AC Milan's game, how he managed to do the goalkeeping. For now, Christopher had two clear opportunities to get an equalizer, two. And Carmine, in the second half, hasn't shot on target. He's not very defensive, but, well, look now. Look the defense now. Now he's parking the bus. Now he's parking the bus.
Well, it's a luxury you can afford to have at 2-0 up, but it's been a really bright second half. You're right, from Christopher, just the goalkeeper denying him on those two separate occasions.
Yeah. He did what we were asking. He's risked a little bit more. He went out of the box, but the goalkeeper is for sure one of the best players in the match. Now he's coming from the back, putting his defense more advanced. But, you know, you have to keep the balance anyway.
You can see on the right-hand side of your screens, Christopher very much throwing caution to the wind at this point.
This is the most important part when I watch a stream like this, because this is where you learn. So keep an eye on what they do, keep an eye on how they move the players, and let us know on the chat if you learned something from this match. And also let us know where you're watching this stream from.
Every day is a school day. Corner first, though. Time ticking down here for Christopher of Inter Milan. Çalhanoğlu played short to the front post, but that miscontrol, I think, has just summed up Christopher's day so far. And, well, the referee's seen something he's not very happy with here, and I think that will be Martinez into the books for a late one there.
Yeah. So that play didn't went like in the training, you know?
Sometimes they do, but that time,
in this time, it didn't. I don't think it was like that on the playbook. So 82 in-game minutes. AC Milan is getting the first win of this match day. What do you think?
Well, I think Naples will be hoping. You haven't just cursed him there, but he seems to be very confident in terms of coming forward. It is looking ever more unlikely that we'll see a consolation even from Christopher at this point. That's what he's working towards here. Such a compact midfield. He's found Correa on this near side. Stunning cross early towards Dzeko is cleared.
Yes, because as we said before, as this is based on standings, each goal counts. It's not the same if you lose 3-0 that 1-0. It's not the same. At the end of the season, every goal is important.
So what is looking to be a dream debut here for Naples is drawing to a conclusion here. A 2-0 victory against such an experienced player to open the entire season.
Yes, and without any doubts. Without any doubts. I mean, he had. It's true that he had a very good goalkeeping, but I don't think this result is unfair. Let's see what they think.
Looks good value for it so far, as well as for those 3 points in the eFootball Championship Pro 2023 standings. That would put, of course, AC at the top of the tree. And, well, he may not be done yet. Naples coming forward here, has a few bodies to aim for. Rafael is there. Good defensive work, though, by Christopher, and that will spell the end of game 1. It is Naples 2, Christopher 0, and a successful debut by that man Naples.
Yes, and he built his victory on, I think, 3 pillars. One, of course, was how he could end his play. He had a brilliant Zlatan, also on his goalkeeper, and last but not least, he had a very good defense. He cut a lot of plays, and he didn't let Christopher play.
Well, you see the hot seat is changing over there. We're now going to see the introduction of Kirito on your screen. Kirito of AC Milan. He's up next, and he'll have his 2 teammates behind him, of course, Sassinho and Naples, who we just saw with a fantastic victory.
And I think we have the youngest player in town.
That's right, on the other side, Arda Golazo.
Arda Golazo!
You say it more musically than me, that's not fair.
Because it's Golazo.
I can't roll my tongue, that's the problem.
Arda Golazo!
Well, we're seeing here some of the replays of game 1 as we just allow our players in the next match to, or the next game to set up on the stage. Some fantastic work all round from Naples, though. We can't sing his praises enough to debut on the big stage after being on the outside looking in for so many seasons.
Yes.
Finally getting your chance and performing like that is absolutely incredible.
And as we said, this is a derby. This is very important. I mean, remember that these guys represent their clubs officially. This is not a fan fest. I mean, they are wearing the shirt of the club. So this is for the club very, very important that you win your derby.
Well, I'm looking forward to game 2 as we, again, continue to look at some of the highlights. You pointed out there, manual goalkeeping. We'll be seeing that a lot this season. Look out for the cursor, go above the goalkeeper to see where they've been shifted towards, especially in 1-versus-1 situations. But that was the bane of Christopher's existence in that game, because some fantastic saves.
Yes, and he's as good on the defense as on the offense. Perhaps that's like the dream match, to be able to make your opportunities in the front. He just missed 1. I mean, he didn't have more than 3 or 4, and half of them went inside the net. So that's very, very accurate. And also to be able to cut your opponent's game. And I think that's the secret that has pushed the Naples victory.
And there we see the 2 goals from Zlatan, the difference maker in game 1. 3 points added towards the tally of the red side of Milan.
Yes.
And now we'll see what happens in game 2. It's an interesting dynamic we'll have coming up, of course. Not only do we have the personnel switch, but it will also be interesting to see the team tactics switches as well, because players have personal preferences in terms of how they like to play the game within the confines of this competition. So there'll be different dynamics we can talk about there.
And in this case in particular, I think that the coaches would be looking as who gets the most of these 3 games in their basket, you know? Even when this is decided by points, you want to say on Milan having an espresso. In Milan Street say, we won the derby. I hear Harry shouting my goals. We won the derby.
Well, they are halfway there, or a third of the way there, I suppose, if you look at it between 3 games. But you can see a lot of conferring going up there on the stage. It's nice to see, and I was wondering whether or not this would happen with As we said, that man there, Arda Golazo, 15 years old. You've got a lot of experience behind you in the way of Merriman and Christopher. Nice to see them mentoring him and talking him through the process in terms of what to expect, as well as Christopher. Having just played the AC Milan team, you'll know what to expect, who to man mark, who to switch up in terms of tactics. There's a good bit of committee going on there.
Yes, and also another thing that I was told by players is it's not the same when you play at home that when you play here. It's a different thing. It's some of them even say all the plays you rehearse when you come here, they have. We will tell some back stories to the fans. They have a practice zone here, and they can play some friendly matches. And that was also very interesting to see how they were like seducing each other. Do you want to play a friendly match against me? I don't think so.
Yeah.
And some of them say, okay, let's play 3. No, let's play 2. Okay, 2 it's okay.
Bit of negotiation going off in the practice.
Plenty of negotiation.
It's always fun.
And there's where I heard all that we rehearsed in the week, it doesn't work here anymore. So that's very interesting to see. I mean, you have just a match. You prepare the whole season and everything comes to one match per player. So I think we're starting the game.
Looks like they're just doing their final pre-match checks here in game 2. And it's always fun because we're here early for rehearsals. We get to sit up there in the practice room. We haven't had a chance to play yet. And honestly, I'm scared to play you. I know how good you are.
No, I can't play.
You're talking about your flair skills and stuff. I'm lucky if I can pass it 2 meters in front of me. But it's fun to see who turns up first, who's bright and early, who's ready to put the hours in.
Yes. And in fact, being that Arda is from Istanbul, I want to send a big hug to all the fans and the players and all the people in Turkey going through tough times. We are here for a good time, but we of course know what's happening in the world, so a big hug to our Turkish and Syrian friends, of course.
Of course, we are so very lucky that Arda and Mucahit as well of FC Bayern were able to make it here safe. We hope everyone around the world can stay safe, but especially those affected by the events over there in Turkey. But here in Barcelona, it is game 2. 2 new men enter the fold, one of which the youngest in the competition. It is Arda Golazo in for FC Inter, just 15 years of age. You'll hear us talking about it a lot because it is a very big deal. Remember what you were doing at 15?
Yes, playing winning 11.
And on the other side, we have Kirito in for AC Milan. Arda Golazo, though, with the ball early on in the opening 5 minutes.
And Kirito is from Napoli as well, but he is making his debut here. So we will have to learn his style of playing.
For now, though, Arda Golazo is going in Correa with the double touch there.
That's a nice way to say, here I am.
Absolutely, you are in for a game here, my friend. But you're right, with 2 debutants here, we always get to learn the way they like to play throughout the season. For now, though, Kirito is being double-teamed over on that far side, and with 10 minutes gone, you have Lautaro Martinez here in possession of the ball. Tackling well, though, in the middle of the pitch is Kirito, and well, he can spring that into an attack here as well. Potential crossing opportunity, but that one will go for a corner. First quarter of the game to be swung in. AC Milan, after their 3 points in game 1, looking to continue the trend here. Tonali, stunning cross, lined up, and it is cleared away.
And Arda Golazo started showing some credentials. Kirito wants to attack a little bit. I think Arda is a little bit quicker in his style of gaming.
Well, it's bounced nicely here for Brahim Diaz, but tackled well. Approaching the 20-minute mark in game.
Nice touching by Arda.
Just a little bit of a feeling out process at this point in time. You can tell that Arda Golazo is happy to respect what's going on inside of the fullbacks and tried going wide, but now there's a chance for Brahim Diaz. That's a lovely looking ball, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but Handanovic will get there first.
He was really on point with his keeping. He's a little bit more in the risky side. He plays not so close to the goalie as Christopher.
Lovely double touch there, looking for Lukaku, who might still rescue this.
Inter has a more vertical team. He goes fast from defense to offense. AC Milan, it's a little more wide. It's wider.
You can see that width here. Unfortunately, that time will come to nothing, but it is interesting you say that. They're looking to go straight down the goal mouther, Inter, whereas on the AC Milan side, you see a bit more use of the wings. Here is Martinez inside now. To the feet of Correa. Lukaku is there as well, and Martinez just tackled at the final furlong on the half-hour mark there.
And now the middle once again is important.
Have to look out for Zlatan always, trying to turn inside and pass it off unsuccessfully though.
As Arda's style is so fast, Quirito game seems slow. It's not slow, but it seems slow.
A lot of one-touch passing being attempted here. And now look out for Quirito. Zlatan is inside and it's saved, and it's offside anyway, I believe.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That was so close.
And it's an offside anyway. We have an offside. So possession is, of course, more in favor of Inter. Not by a lot.
One thing I absolutely love about being back in the studio is you can hear some of the players up in the pro player area react with their groans, and the excitement building here in the studio. It's fantastic to be back. I can only imagine what those players up there on the stage are feeling.
Yes, and yesterday, you know, when the players met for the first time, it was so nice to see a lot of camaraderie, people hugging each other, happy faces. So I hope in the near future we may extend this feeling to the fans, to be able to have again fans watching the games live. This is what we like. I speak by myself, but I think you will agree. We love this game. We love this community, and I'm very, very happy to be sharing this with you.
Absolutely. Could not agree more. Approaching the half-time interval here in Game 2. You can see at the top of your screen, Game 1 went 2-0 in favour of Naples and AC Milan.
And a big hug to all the Latin American community, a todos los latinoamericanos, un gran abrazo. Spanish people also.
Well, there's half-time. Who would you say won that half? I mean, we didn't really see a shot on goal from either side, but an extended feeling-out process, perhaps.
I think that Arda started better. Then Quirito kind of got the ball in one or two occasions. Perhaps the team that was more near to making one goal was AC Milan, but not by much. I think it's like half a goal, 0 would be a fair result.
Now it's time once again for the players to just make those tweaks at the half-time interval. You have a chance to reassess, and we often use the expression download what the opposition is giving you and try and make those tweaks. Of course, we are in an offline setting, so it feels a bit silly to say download, but mentally download anyway, and now you can make your tweaks. We're right back into it, though, with AC Milan attacking from right to left and Inter
and it's just
coming at them the other way.
Just 9 years, the age difference. Quirito is 24 years old. Arda is 15. Perhaps it seems more, but well, it's almost the double. When you're that young, 9 years is almost half of your life.
Well, chance here for Inter. Lukaku has a nice strike. Kept alive here on that far side. What skills can be brought into play? Barrea will actually win the ball back, and Hachan Çalhanoğlu tries to cut inside.
One thing we may say is that AC Milan really trained their goalkeepers. Excellent goalkeeping by Naples and by Kirito. Both had good saves. It's so important in this game to be able to have a good goalkeeper, to be able to cross your players.
A bit of a mistake there as the ball's given away in midfield. And one high up the pitch here as well. There's a chance here for Kirito to potentially get a strike away. Strong challenge though, here on the hour mark, and a potential counter to come here as well. Çalhanoğlu into the feet of Lukaku, and it almost given back to him there as well.
And now is the time for AC Milan, who's trying most. Kind of close match, but the first one was close as well until the goals. I mean, the goals are what open the matches. Of course, nobody wants to lose in a derby. Nobody wants to lose in the first match day of the season. But I may see, once again, look, this is very interesting, Harry. This is what you said before. AC Milan talking is like more of a collective. And Inter depends more on individualities, I think.
It's definitely fun to see the different dynamics that potentially we didn't get to see while these players were playing from home. We get to witness it now live in the flesh that, as we said before, Arda Golazo, the youngest player in the competition, least experienced player in this competition, has those two. And forgive me when you watch this back, boys, for saying this, old heads behind them for him to rely on. But this one is coming down to the wire here, around 25 in-game minutes to go. And we see Arda now on the offensive for FC Inter. Cleared away, though. Dumfries will retrieve. Çalhanoğlu with a real chance to strike here, potentially. Barrea looking for Lautaro Martinez, but the door is constantly being slammed shut in the face of FC Inter here.
The central defenders are really good on AC Milan, and now it's Brahim Diaz.
Yeah,
be careful on this one.
Side. 1v1 duel, and he's turned inside here as well. Zlatan in, saved by the goalkeeper, kept alive though. Near side, who can he find? Inside for Kirito. Leao is there as well. And in it goes.
And did you hear the teammates? Did you hear them at home? Well, if you didn't, it was like a chorus. Yeah! Amazing goal in the last minutes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. AC Milan is making a dreamed debut here. You know, winning the first two matches. This match hasn't ended, and we have still plenty of time, but you know, it's a very nice start. He had good patience, and very nice shot. Crossing the ball to the second post is AC Milan 1, Inter 0.
Well, if this result stays the same, you would have to say the difference really has been the defending. We see the celebrations there from the guys on the AC Milan side. The defensive work from Kirito has been what has allowed him to build from that platform so far. On the other side, you'd have to say Arda got a couple of unlucky bounces. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. too many chances afforded over to the other side, and eventually, at this level, someone's going to take one.
Yeah, and we must praise his patience, because when you have the ball in the box, sometimes it burns. And he had the patience. He also feinted, and finally it went into the net. Very nice effect on the ball also. A curveball.
A curveball indeed in these final 20 in-game minutes. We see some substitutes, but there's a confirmation goal scorer, Kirito, for AC Milan. Game one went their way 2-0. And it's looking good for them so far.
Foul.
As well as the referees brought it back for a foul on an AC man. That's Zlatan going down.
He didn't put a booking, right? No booking.
Free kick seems to be a bit of a waste there, it has to be said. Searching long ball, but nothing comes of it.
Nothing. So for now, it's this match is going for AC Milan. Arda needs to make an equalizer really soon if he wants to win this match.
He's searching for it here. Time ticking against him though. Edin Dzeko with a nice touch. Mkhitaryan's there as well. Cuts inside. Lukaku!
Ahora sí.
The 15-year-old strikes and equalizes.
And Arda Golazo makes a golazo. Yes, yes indeed. Yes indeed. Very interesting play. He opened the ball. He found his striker. Let's see. One touch, two.
It was Mkhitaryan cutting inside. Again, a bit of fortune coming back towards Arda. You'd say maybe a little bit unlucky in the way he conceded the goal. But this time with Mkhitaryan cutting inside, that bounce just favours Lukaku.
But very, very nice volley. Very nice volley. He didn't let the ball bounce. He didn't stop the ball. He went right away to the goal, and Kirito, he's grinning. He had the match.
Well, all to play for here in the final 10 in-game minutes. Arda wants these 3 points. Moments ago, we were talking about 3 points going the other way.
Yeah, but once you get the equalizer so close to the final, I think now the probabilities and the table turns. And now I think Arda is better for the second one than Kirito.
Lukaku, Dzeko, Correa is there as well. Tomori rescuing Kirito and AC Milan.
Yeah, you have to be very cold-blooded now. This moment is just last opportunity for both of them.
Look out for Zlatan running in behind. He wins the duel. It's through on goal, and Rafael is there! 2-1, AC Milan back in front. Kirito looking back at those 3 points now, just when it looked like all was lost. He's back in the lead.
He was, you know, when a boxer is stumbling, he was really in danger. But when you have a player like Zlatan on your team, you just need one chance. You need to be patient. You need to win that last battle with the central defender. And look, just one touch from behind midfield was enough to break the defense. And Zlatan goes to the ball, the goalkeeper gets the rebound. And when you have your strategy set okay, there is a rebound, there is a second opportunity. So that's why it's so important when you draw your team. Excuse my English, I mean, I'm from Argentina.
I thought you explained it absolutely perfectly, and it goes to show how important a weapon Zlatan is going to be here for AC Milan. When you saw that one-touch pass in midfield just around the back, Zlatan was a couple of yards behind.
Yes.
And the fact he has that strength, has that composure to win that duel, if you give him something to chase, that's something you're going to have to be on the lookout for if you're Inter Milan, not only for the rest of this game, but also game 3 still to come. And every other club in this competition as well is going to have to be looking out for that as something that could potentially come back to bite them.
And would you consider, if you were defending, to make a foul? Because, you know, when you see he's going for the goal, sometimes you press that square button.
Yeah. you try and clear it, and I think
I would.
it's difficult.
I know I would.
You
Yeah,
would?
I know I would. I know I would.
Remind me when we play to just watch out for your dirty tricks, because I suppose at this level, you know.
I can't play against humans. I made a promise.
Well, there's Kirito's second goal of the competition. And with only a few minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, he wants the time to go by. He doesn't want, I think, no more trouble.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
A minimum of 3 added on, though. And Arda is in possession here in the final third. Mkhitaryan to Correa, double touch inside. Will fall to Edin Dzeko here, inside once more. Oh, where's it bouncing?
Whoa, that's a dangerous ball. That's a dangerous ball when you have your goalkeeper laying down, bounces everywhere. A lot of people. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was a lucky one. That was a lucky one for AC Milan.
Yeah, lucky for now, but corner still to come. And a chance for an equaliser here. We are into stoppage time. This corner has to be perfect. It'll be an in-swinger towards that back post. Lukaku rises. Has to go forward here from Inter. Any clearance will do, but that's a foul, I believe. And I think that is a bit of breathing room now for Kirito. I think that one will seal the victory.
He makes some gestures like, I don't want to play this ball.
Get up the pitch, come on, let's get the referee to blow the whistle here. It will go past midfield. And that will signal a second round of 3 points going to AC Milan, 2-1 to Kirito.
Whoa, he had to wrestle this match. This match was not as clear as the first one, because when Arda did the equalizer, everyone looked at him. Even me. I said, Arda is more near to the victory than Kirito to claiming it back. Well, I was wrong once again. And Kirito, you know, could get that one ball. So sometimes a match is just one ball. One ball that you need to trust that play. You need to trust your forward player. And he couldn't end the play, but the rebound did it. So here are the highlights, Harry.
Yeah, you can see the result as well on the bottom of your screen. 6 points confirmed to AC Milan. A great start to the season for them.
Yes, for sure.
And it started very early on. He was threatening Kirito. That was, of course, eventually ruled to be offside. But overall, from both sides, it was a fantastic, fascinating contest in contrast to the first game, because it went both ways, didn't it? We saw Arda come back around halfway through towards the latter stages, but then Kirito stamped his authority on. And in the end, came away with all 3 points there. So there we just saw the equaliser from Lukaku. And at that point, you're thinking, yeah, the 15-year-old's proven he can do it. He can score on this stage. He's opened his tally, but then a long through ball to Zlatan. The goalkeeper brought into action, but unfortunately spills it in far too dangerous an area. And that was what secured all 3 points in game 2. I was about to say going back to Milan, but of course both these teams are from Milan, so we'll say to the red side of Milan.
Yeah, and the Rossoneri.
Sounds better when you say it.
No. Very interesting, besides the result, forget about the result for a minute, very interesting match for Arda also. It's not easy being the younger one. He showed a great level. I mean, by no means he was not to the level that we may expect in this tournament. He was really on par, and I think he did a great match. In fact, he made a goal. So it was just one goal away of having at least a draw. this is the goal that put the final result.
Well, a good showing for Arda Golazzo there in game 2, but unfortunately outdone by that man right there, Kirito, also making his debut in the competition. Which, by process of elimination, means our game 3 match is, well, almost ready with 2 players I've been keeping a keen eye on throughout the off-season. We'll get to talk about them in just a little bit while we, again, just revisit some of the action from our game number 2. If you're just joining us, 3 points per game win, 1 for a draw and none for a loss. But here is our final matchup in this match. Game number 3 will be Sassinho, the 24-year-old Italian.
Also making his debut.
Absolutely, his debut here on the stage. A lot of debutants in our first match, which I love. We'd love to just bed them in a bit early and get them used to the stage. And well, if it's anything to go by from Naples and Kirito's debuts, we should be in for some blockbusters here.
And we said that the new kids on the block may surprise someone. Well, they did. In fact, what I can take out of the debut here is that they are excellent at goalkeeping. That's very important. A lot of people disregard the defensive aspect of the game. Is really, really important. If you want to have a good team, you need to know how to defend. And a very important part on how to defend is how to goalkeep. So the manual goalkeeping is an uphill way, an uphill endeavor, but it's really worth. So you at home watching this, I want to encourage you to try manual goalkeeping.
Absolutely. On the other side, a man I've been keeping my eye on as well, making his return to the eFootball Championship Pro after a season away. Mr. Merriman, the captain of FC Inter for this season, 27-year-old German. Former Goal of the Day award, of course, in 2021. Yes. He knows how to score some very nice goals, and I would argue here for FC Inter, this is a case of saving your best player until game number 3, saving the best until last.
Yeah, it might be one tactic. Also, I think that they wanted to not have Arda as the first or as the last. I think that's a good move by his teammates. You know, it's also you have to give this kid a good nice in the tournament.
It's a very good point you raise, and whilst you were raising it, we've had kick-off here. The third and final game between our 2 Milan clubs. Games 1 and 2 went to AC. Can Merriman and Inter here flip the script a little bit and kickstart FC Inter's season? It will be AC attacking from left to right. A early offside call is that by the linesman? It is indeed. And you will have Sassinho coming at Merriman from left to right, I believe. So
yeah, and we saw Merriman playing in FC Schalke. Of course, he's from Germany, and he has plenty of experience here.
Look out for Merriman here as he slides in a cross goal.
And it's the first time in the match derby in where Inter comes ahead in the marker. For the first time in today's match day, we were saying that Merriman, it's an experienced player, and he is indeed. Look.
A great ball across goal to find.
Very clear one.
Lautaro Martinez. It was a searching ball and one that had to be absolutely perfect.
It went into the post first, in a clear Lautaro Martinez style.
Took just 7 minutes for the man to remind everyone in this competition exactly who he is, to reintroduce himself.
Yeah, Yes, yes.
Merriman back on the biggest stage with the first goal of this contest.
And now for the first time, AC Milan is watching an unfavorable score. Would they be able to claim it? Well, we'll see it.
Ronaldo, Merriman looking to build once more. That'll be a bit of a shock to the system to Sassinho. Welcome to the big time. You've got to fight, as you said, from an unfavourable position here. You've got to face a bit of adversity on your first match day. And it's a tough competitor to come up against in Merriman. He's been there, done that, achieved so many things on the international stage. He knows what it's like to play in this type of environment as well. So it's going to be a tall order.
And I want to say a big shout out to our Milanese friends, people from Milan, from Bergamo, for all the northern Italy watching this stream. Ciao, amici.
Ciao indeed.
Ciao indeed. Amici indeed also. Amici is friends.
Sassinho though from AC Milan now into the final third. Had a runner beyond, but Skriniar is there. This is a bit more conventional in terms of what we expect to see at this level of play. You'll see some styles, as we saw in game one, very controlling, very possession-based, whereas both of these players seem to be attack, 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 try and find that breakthrough. And oftentimes that can provide us the most entertaining matchup.
Yes, this looks more like a friendly match at home, but it's far from being friendly, you know?
A lot on the line here, especially in terms of FC Inter season. You wouldn't want to come away with this with no points. Martinez allows to run all the way through.
Yeah, at least to win the last one would push you in the right direction for next week, next match day.
Sassinho now into the danger man, Ibrahimovic. You want him running beyond, though, not the best position to find the big Swede. As we saw, put into effect so well by both Naples and Kirito. Good switch of the play here to Correa. There's a couple of bodies to find here as well. He's going to look for Lukaku. First time strike. Straight into the defender, though. Çalhanoğlu tries to head it on here, and well, with 10 in-game minutes until half-time, the happier of the two clubs has to be FC Inter with this one-goal lead, but can be so difficult to overcome at this stage. And Zlatan, as I'm talking,
Mama,
absolutely rifles it home.
Mama, so what a strength.
Where did that come from?
I mean, it surprised everyone, even us, because he looked like he was building his play slowly, steady, but you know, sometimes you gotta disrupt things, and this is what happened. Look, Zlatan touches, receives, and scores. It's like when he passed the ball, he was already waiting for it to be returned.
I think Merriman was caught a little bit off guard there with his defender.
Yes.
It looked like he was favourable to win the ball, but Zlatan, with that input by, of course, Sassinho, was able to get that strike away. And as we were talking about approaching half-time, it's about to be on as even.
Yeah, everybody was expecting the ball to cross sides, but it didn't.
Well, looking for an immediate reply here is Merriman. There's the confirmation goal scorer, Sassinho. All three AC Milan debutants scoring on their debut.
Bakhil.
Double touch from Leao, but that one is wide of the mark. Love to see that, though. I know you like a bit of flair. And
yeah,
so
but he went a little bit sweet tooth there, you know.
Got a little greedy, perhaps, here on the stage. But since that goal, it's been Sassinho threatening left and right. Bit of a lazy layoff there from Zlatan, and that may well spell trouble for the AC defence. Çalhanoğlu recovers here. Lautaro Martinez is dispossessed fairly as judged by the referee.
Have you seen that almost nobody carries the ball?
It's all passing here. 1 minute added on, a minimum of, by the referee. And look out as Sassinho threatens to feed Zlatan, but that one will be kicked into touch, and 1-1 at the half.
Well, very interesting match. It started very well for Meromen. Everything looked way better for Inter Milan, but you know, it was a surprise goal, the equalizer, and I think the first half ended real balanced. We can not say that it's an unfair result. I think the draw is a fair result. Let's see what these two have for the second half.
Well, the sides swap then. Merriman from left to right, and Sassinho attacking towards the left-hand side of your screen for AC Milan. It's clear that both players happy with how the game is going so far. Rafael is there as well, the out. Can't quite get that one on target, but it's not often you'll see a half-time come and go without any changes or tweaks from either side.
Yes.
So clearly both players happy with how the game's going.
It's strange because there is not that you only make a substitution because someone is not doing all right, but it's also for tactical reasons. So this is very, very interesting to see. A big shout out also to Brazil, Guerreiro, como vai, Guerreiro, people from Brazil watching this stream.
Out for Brahim Diaz here, giving chase to this one. Zlatan to be found in the middle as well. Here he is on the ball, back heel towards Leao. Can he strike it on goal? 2-1 to AC Milan.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
From 1-0 down. Now they're up 2-1 and threaten to take all 9 points out of a possible 9 from the Milan derby.
So this looks like a Milanese hat-trick. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Amazing reaction from Sassinho. It was an open match. I think this is the most open of the 3 matches we've seen, with most opportunities, with both players risking a lot more. But what a definition, my friend. Excellent attacking, very intelligent, nice back heel. These back heels are the ones that are useful. It's not just flair, it's not just luxury. This is a very useful play because it left his teammate with an open field, with an open space, an open defense. So he surprised everyone, and that quite explains why it's 2-1 for AC Milan.
There's confirmation, Sassinho's second. And let me tell you, the patience needed to tuck that one away. A lot of players there, as soon as they see Leao obtain possession that close to goal, they'll be, okay, first time strike. Beats the defender, beats the goalkeeper.
Yes.
Goes in front.
Patience is as important as skill here in this game.
Well, here he comes again into the feet of Zlatan. There's a couple of members in support here as well. Back to him now. There's a chance for a third! 3-1!
Whoa, 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 whoa. And what a luxury shot. Whoa, how classy that was, my friend. Look at the smile on Sassinho's face. Justifying the result. 3 touches, 3 dedos, tac. Amazing way of finishing. This is like a geometry lesson, you know, the triangles here.
Oh yeah, bit of trigonometry going up there on the stage.
Pythagoras stuff here.
Look at the emotion. We didn't see too much emotion from his second goal when going in front, but that one.
Yeah, because it was a beautiful goal. And I think we may have a candidate, our first candidate for best goal of the day.
Interesting, you're calling this one early.
Just my opinion.
Very
just
interesting.
my cup of tea, of Milanese tea.
Great first time touches, first time passing. We see that often be the detriment of a lot of defenses in eFootball.
And you know, in Argentina we say tres dedos, 3 fingers.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi
Every day's a school day. I feel like I'm learning a lot here. There's a
No,
confirmation.
I'm learning as well from you.
And that goal as well, by the way, from Sassinho puts him at the top goal-scoring charts. The top of the goal-scoring charts so far.
Yes, of course.
Leading goal scorer of Matchday 1.
And also being able to recover a match, to climb a match is so important for the team.
Absolutely. Good point you raised. Don't forget Inter were the ones to score first in just the 7th minute of the match. The tables have turned since then, and they look to turn even more. Darmian is in a duel here, and luckily for Inter fans wins it. But time is starting to work against them now. Just under 25 in game remains.
Yes, this is also now every minute is getting heavier and heavier.
Lovely switch of the play though to Correa. Lautaro Martinez is there, straight at the goalkeeper. Çalhanoğlu keeps it alive as well. Martinez almost the recipient, but for some decent defending. Merriman will get another chance here, but Sassinho's defensive work has been top-notch. It will have to continue to be so as well.
Yeah, but now Merriman is more aggressive. I think that Sassinho will have to get through. It's not easy.
Oh, stunning cross in by Correa on that far side.
Backheel.
A little bit of respite there for Sassinho. You can see him trying to play the territory, get that ball as far up as possible.
But his possessions are really short. He needs to lengthen them. See, already lost the ball.
Could that come back to bite him, I wonder? Correa on the left-hand side, the first touch though. Difficult to control.
I think when you have the discussion of 2 goals, you can be a little bit more riskier, you know?
It's all about risk management at this point.
Yeah.
Lukaku, I believe, gives away a foul. When you look at the clock here for Sassinho, just over 10 in-game minutes remain. You want to try and maintain possession, as you said, to try and take minutes off of that clock. The more minutes you take off, the closer you get to that 3-1 win.
Every time you clear a ball, that's something that is not very useful when you need the time to go by. Every time the ball goes out, every time you make a foul, that's, you know, a foul may help you because it takes some time, but you don't want the ball to go out of bounds because that doesn't help. So last adjustments. Lautaro with his 98 points didn't help much.
You can see more discussions happening on the AC side. Merriman very much on an island out there, similar to Christopher we saw in game 1. Headphones on, happy to crack on and believe that he can mount this comeback, but time is ticking away. Dare he even try and go for a 4th here, I wonder. Looks like some time management happening. One back by Merriman. But it is go time, my friend. To make this possible, you need a goal very, very soon indeed. Martinez might just be able to latch onto that one. Instead, it's Sassinho once more. Getting closer and closer to a clean sweep in the Milan derby.
It's really unbelievable. Three games, 3 out of 3. Climbing the last one. It can't get more epic than this.
Unlikely, but there is still time. Good defensive work, though, once more by Sassinho. Not the first time we've said that today. Long ball over the top. The defensive reinforcements are coming, but very slowly. The touch just a little bit too large there. The sprint button clearly being held by Sassinho. Didn't help him out.
You know, if he could keep that ball, he may just close the game. But now he has the ball once again.
Only 2 in-game minutes remain.
It's dangerous. That possession is dangerous.
And I think the people here in the studio realise this one will be a AC Milan clean sweep. And that one secures it. Sassinio 3, Merriman 1 in game number 3. The 3 debutants from AC Milan all coming home with 3 points. 9 out of 9, not bad at all.
Amazing. I mean, I would love to win my derbies like that, with that, you know, that amazing score. Clean sheet for AC Milan. Very nice camaraderie here. I like this part. This part is really important.
Yeah,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
A nice show of respect, it has to be said.
Yeah, a nice show of respect. But, you know, it's tough. It's a really tough result because, as we said, these are the real clubs. These are part of the competition. You know, these kind of clubs compete in a lot of sports, and this is just one more and as important as all the others. So I can imagine